We're the Whiskey Sippers, and these are the 4 best bottles to take to your holiday parties.
After this.
All right. Thanks for watching the channel. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and like and help us get our videos up there in the algorithm. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
And once we hit 900, we'll announce our special giveaway that we're going to do at 1,000.
Yeah. So be ready for that.
So these are the bottles that we are saying the 4 best to take to a holiday party. Why don't you go ahead and get started, Devin?
All right. So I'll start off with the Jim Beam Winter Reserve. It is a 6-year toasted, double-barreled or so bourbon, and it is very good for the $26.99 or $27.99 price. 86 proof. I mean, you really can't break the bank on this one, and it is got winter in the name, so you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, for the price, this is a really nice pour. It's got a decent age to it. It's got a nice vanilla, a nice clove. Yeah. It's actually a really nice release from this year.
I was
really
like
happy with it.
I like it a lot more than Elijah Craig Toasted. And
I
mean, it's like half the price, if that, and you can find it more readily available, at least in our area. So
yeah, I thought it was a nice release.
Yeah.
All right, so I was thinking about that bottle, but instead I went with, for my first bottle, the Jack Daniel's Winter Jack. Now, this is not as good as a single straight pour. However, this makes my favorite winter cocktail.
Great cocktails.
Yeah. So you take 2 ounces of this with 4 ounces of apple cider. You put a teaspoon of caramel and you stir it with a cinnamon stick, heat it in the microwave, and it's my absolute favorite Christmassy winter cocktail. So that's why I picked this, just because of the cocktail I can make with it.
Awesome. Well, I'll go with the old pours here. So we got Early Times Bottle in the Bond. So with the Early Times Bottle in the Bond, as you know, I really enjoy this pour, but it's a $25.99 in our area for a liter. And so your crazy uncle or mad aunt can enjoy all the bourbon that they want, and you can make some really good pours out of this, and it's got great flavor and great proof point, and for the price, it's pretty good for the holidays. So
yeah. And there's a difference between the black top and blue top, as we saw in our video, but both are very good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Absolutely. Right.
So what do you got next?
My next bottle, Standard Buffalo Trace. If you're looking for someone, in your family to have just a simple pour, to make a mixed drink with a cola or with anything else, mix it with some highball, a seltzer to make a highball.
Whatever you want, do all pour.
Yeah, this is a very nice, simple, sweet bourbon that's inexpensive.
And they've been ramping up production, so hopefully it's more readily available in your area, because around us it's been pretty plentiful.
Pretty easy to get.
Depending on when they drop it and whatnot, but usually it's a few cases at a time. So
yeah, it sits on the shelf for a few days.
Well, my next pick will be the Knob Creek Store Pick. If you're a Booker's fan, you can go with that as well. But for me, 120 proof, it's around $60 store pick. You really can't go wrong. It's usually 9 years plus, some around 10, some maybe even 11. And for the price and the proof and just the overall enjoyment, I think this really delivers on a higher proof offering of a bourbon here. So that's why I went with the Knob Creek Store Pick.
Yeah, it's hard to beat those Knob Creek single barrels. Those are great pours.
Quite good.
So I was thinking more wintering time. I'm thinking more like dessert type pours.
Yeah.
So I picked Old Forester 1910. Such a great pour. It's a little more expensive, around $60,
Delicious.
but it's sweet. It's got a fantastic mouthfeel. It just lingers. It's such a really, really nice pour to have at the end of the evening. So yeah, that's when I picked that. Yeah, I take that to a holiday party, share with my family when we're done at the end and we want to sit around, and there you go.
That's
just have a pour
sweet,
of this.
nice to enjoy. This always finishes really well in blinds for me, and it has a good mouthfeel for the 93 proof that it has.
Fantastic.
So, quite good. All right, my last pick is more of like the little wow bottle that you want to bring out, and you're like, well, I have a Midwinters Night's Dram. It's 98.6 proof. It's a rye whiskey finished in some port bottles, and I think some other stuff or whatnot. Yeah, port barrels, but it is quite good. It basically is just winter in a glass, and if I'm going to sit by the fire and really enjoy something, or you want to have it with your family, I think this is a pretty good pick, and it's quite good. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed the earlier acts more than the later acts.
Yeah,
but overall, it is a very winter pour.
Yeah, I think it's a harder to find bottle that, like, I think if your family really likes rare whiskey or something, it's just something that maybe not everyone's really tried as much. So pretty good.
All right. My last one, sticking to that kind of desserty theme, I went with my wife's favorite bottle, the Knob Creek Smoked Maple. It really is the most maple of any of the maple whiskeys I've had compared to like some of the other maple finished. It really stands out, that smoky maple, almost bacon-like taste to it. And it's inexpensive at like $35 a bottle. And if that's something you want to end the night with and sit around the fire, it's easy to sip, even for people who may not be real familiar with whiskey. Very tasty.
Yeah, but it won't break the bank. It won't break the proof point that if someone's not really into whiskey, they'll be really turned off to it. And I think it'd be nice in a cocktail as well. So, yeah. Yeah,
so there you go. Those are our favorite holiday party pours that we would take to family gatherings or office parties or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Let your crazy uncle have it and enjoy it. And
your dad might want to pour after your uncle beat him up.
Yep. So well, just remember that until next time, the best bourbon and whiskey
is the one you like the most.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Bye.